This is Elise Lang with Collins Radio. Here we have an interview with Mr. Thomas Edison. Hello, Mr. Edison. I'm so glad to have you here for an interview. Let's start off with a few basic questions.
Oh, why, thank you, Miss Lang. It's a pleasure to be here. You'll have to speak up a bit. I'm completely deaf in my left ear and practically deaf in the other. Might have to just raise the volume a bit.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Edison. Where were you born?
That's a fine question, Miss Lang. I was actually born in Milan, Ohio, a little suburb in the northern part of the state.
And when were you born?
I was born February 11th, 1847.
What was your childhood like?
Let me think. Let me reminisce a bit. Well, I grew up in Port Huron, Michigan. I'm the youngest of 7 children. God bless my mother. Wonderful lady. Actually, in school, my teachers thought I was stupid. They got upset with me for asking so many questions, and the size of my noggin, I was made fun of quite a bit for it, especially by my teacher. Because of this, I was homeschooled by my mother, God bless her again, and I owe her all of my success, which she taught me perseverance.
Have you been deaf all your life, Mr. Edison?
What?
Have you been deaf all of your life?
Oh, yes. No, I was not deaf all my life. When I was a prepubescent, I had a severe case of scarlet fever along with several untreated ear infections.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes, this was the main cause of my inability to hear, yes.
Now we're going to get on to your inventions, Mr. Edison. What was your first?
Let me think. My first invention. Well, although I am the big cheese, it took me quite a bit of hard work and determination to create my first invention, the phonograph, which was in 1877. It was quite unexpected, actually. The public came up with a nickname for me. They called me the Wizard of Menlo Park. That's where I lived at the time. I was in Newark, New Jersey.
Very nice. And what was your first big financial success?
My first financial success. Yes. I'm going to have to say my first financial success was the quadruplex telegraph, which was sold to the Western Union for 10,000 clams. Big money. Big money.
What exactly does the quadruplex telegraph do?
That's a fine question. You see, it's an electronic telegraph that allows a total of 4 separate signals to be transmitted and received on a single wire at the same time.
When and how did you invent the light bulb?
I invented the incandescent electric light bulb in 1879. I used lower current electricity, small carbonized filament, and an improved vacuum inside the globe to produce it. This also caused me to invent several other electronic apparatuses to complement the light bulb.
And what did you do with those inventions and discoveries, Mr. Edison?
What?
What did you do with those discoveries and inventions?
Well, you see, I have over 10 companies that I started, and most of my inventions have helped industrialize and economically help this country. As you could see with the light bulb, it was made to replace candles.
Very nice. Do you have any friends, Mr. Edison?
As a matter of fact, I do. Mr. Henry Ford is a very good friend of mine. I actually helped him out with his Model T car, where I gave him the idea to use a gas-powered engine. Yes.
Well, that's all the time we have today, Mr. Edison. But first, can you show us an example of your light bulb?
Actually, I just happen to have one right here.
Wow.
Yes. See the lighting, the design, all mine. All mine.
Very nice, Mr. Edison. We had a pleasant interview this afternoon. Thank you very much.
Oh, it was very pleasant indeed. Hope to see you again soon.